Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Deja Simone. If you want to see how I achieved this flat frontal install, then stay tuned.
This is Deja Simone.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is All Things Deja Simone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today I'm just showing y'all how I reinstalled this 3-year-old wig. Yes, 3 years old. I got this wig in 2020. I actually made this wig. I got the bundles in 2020, but I made it. And I used to make wigs all the time, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna revamp this one. I didn't feel like making a new one. So that's what I did. Right here you see me just applying the makeup to the lace. The lace has been cut plenty of times. Like I said, this wig is 3 years old. So the lace has been cut plenty of times. So it is set to fit my head. If I was to like have somebody else wear this wig, I don't think it would fit the head because my head is big and it fit my head. So that's just that. But right here, what I do to install these wigs, I go ahead with my Got To Be spray just to like make sure the cap is secure. I don't always feel like doing a ball cap method. In this case, I did not do a ball cap method because it just takes a little longer and I did not have that time. So I just did a regular install, put the cap on, and then I went ahead with my Got To Be. That just basically holds my cap in place. And then I went ahead with that even spray, and that's for the actual lace to stick to my forehead and the cap. Got To Be, if I was going somewhere quick, I would spray the Got To Be, but the even holds a little longer, which is why I use the even. It just secures my wig a lot better. If I have like a 2-day, I need a wig for like 2 days, it just secures it a lot better. So that's why I use that instead. So here I am just trying to install. I do install this wig in parts. Usually when I have an older wig, it's just easier for me to install in parts. What that means is that I'll lay the glue down in the middle first, then the sides. Once I do the glue in the middle, let it dry a little bit, put the cap down the middle, then go over to my sides and my edges. I don't like to put the glue all around the head at first. Just because if it dries in one space and you have a harder time putting it on another side, then you have to go ahead and reapply, and that just takes too much work. So that's why I start in my middle, just in case, you know, if I'm going to do a middle or side part, the middle is always laying down, and then I go to my sides. It just makes it a lot easier for me to install my older wigs or the wigs that's already had the lace cut. Now with any wig that I install, when I lay down the lace, I like to comb the hair back. It's a lot harder when you have like a liquid glue, like a spray glue versus like a glue that comes in like the tube. Basically with the spray glue, it's a lot more watery, so it is harder to comb back because it dries sometimes quicker. But as you can see, I'm just like trying to pick it out because this wig did already have edges. So that's just me trying to pick out the edges and make sure I push the hair back. It is easier to push it away from the scalp just so you can see where the lace is laying, because sometimes that glue gets all in between and then you got hair all on your lace and it looks a mess. So this is just me trying to go ahead and secure those edges. The edges are usually the hardest for me because I don't know about y'all, but I like to clean my ears in the shower, deep clean my ears. So my lace is always lifting up, so I gotta secure my ears a little better because my lace is always gonna lift because I'm in that shower scrubbing my ears. Like, I don't know how the girls don't be doing it, but that's just me. So I always go in with spritz afterwards, y'all. I'm actually about to film a video with a new spray. I'll keep y'all updated on that. But the spritz always just seems to be my go-to for a quick install. It just helps the lace melt into the forehead. So ladies, one thing you always want to do is make sure you have an elastic band. The elastic band just helps for the lace to lay flat. So that lace around the perimeter of your forehead always needs to look like scalp. It always needs to give melted. So as you can see, when I take my band off, it gives very much scalp. I'm trying to clean up the edges right here, y'all. This was the hardest part because these edges were already like, I don't know, they were already formed kind of in the wig. So even with washing and conditioning the wig, like the edges were just really giving me a hard time. So I don't really like too much edges. I like to do one by my ear and one off center of my forehead on each side. Usually have about 4 edges. As you can see right here, I was kind of fed up with the edges, so one side looks crazier. than the other, but it's whatever because I usually wear my hair bone straight down the middle, so you're not really going to see the edges. But I was still trying to fix it. I was still trying to make it work. Ladies, always, always, always go in with your elastic band after you lay your edges. It just helps for everything to look a little better and lay a little smoother, especially if you are planning to go out right after installing that hairstyle. So I'm just letting y'all know right here that a frontal gives a natural facelift. If you ever thought about getting that fox eye surgery, please don't do it to yourself. Just go ahead and get you a nice tight frontal and your face will be lifted, okay? As y'all can see, my eyes lifted, my cheekbones lifted, everything just looks better with a frontal. But yeah, once you go ahead and decide which part you're going to use, you're going to always want to get a wax stick, and any brand will do. That's just the brand that I use. You want to get a wax stick and lay the wax on near your hair where the part is. So as y'all can see, I have a middle part, so I laid it off middle onto that hair, and then I went in with my hot comb, basically just to lay the hair down. This hot comb is godsend, y'all. It's so hot. I used to have the Golden Hot brand, but this brand is the Andes brand, and it works so much better. It just makes everything lay super flat, and it gets the hair very, very straight. So as y'all can see here, I'm just doing the other side with the wax stick and the hot comb. Just making sure that I comb the hair in the direction that I want it to go. Hot combing it away from my face just because that gives a more scalp effect in the front of the hair. On the frontal, on that hairline, it just gives it more of a scalpy look when you do the hot comb. Everything just tends to blend better with a hot comb. I could not imagine doing a frontal without it because it literally saves my life. The hot comb is a little hot, so that's why I'm making it face, because woo, that thing gets hot. So if you are looking for a good hot comb, please go invest in that Andes one. I did get it off of Amazon, so it's really, affordable. Here I am just brushing the hair, making sure that it is good to go. When I want to make sure I'm about to flat iron it, just like to brush it out prior to flat iron it, because I do put my hair in sections, as y'all can see. I usually use a banana clip to section off one side and make sure I do a whole side before I move on to the next. I don't usually touch the top of my hair with the hot flat irons, simply because the hot comb usually gets it really straight to how I like it, so I don't have to usually go in with the flat irons. Just going through, making sure that I get the back, the ends, make sure everything is straight. This is an old flat iron that I got when I used to work at Sally's. I forgot the name of it, but it's comparable to Chi. So if you're looking for a cute, nice flat iron that does get really hot, it goes up to 450. That is, I believe it's GMP, comparable to Chi. So you can go ahead and shop that as well online. Just making sure I go through. When I want like a super silky look, then I start like track by track flat ironing. But on this day, I just needed it straight. I didn't really need to go track by track, so that's why you just see me section by section. So what you want to do once you are done all of that, make sure the hair is easy to comb through, easy to brush through. If there's any pieces you feel are still curly or wavy, just go in with your flat iron. You'll be good to go. After all of that, I usually like to go through and make sure I can comb through the back, because with a lot of wigs, the back is a problem piece. You just want to make sure it's not tangled or anything back there, depending on what type of hair you have. And this is me taking off the band. As you can see, it gives scalp up there. I just comb through the edges a little bit more, but it's always giving scalp, y'all. Like, tell me that don't look good. It looks so good. Oh, dance break, what? Yeah. So me, I'm just now brushing through, making sure everything looks good to go, getting camera ready, and that's pretty much the final look. I'll show you how I looked with makeup going out, but that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.